Mr. Banerjee, the fact is the issue is so sensitive and there's such a tightrope walk that the administration now needs to walk, because yes, it's very clear where arson is involved, where violence is involved, that there's a heavy hand which comes down and stops it and action is taken. But on the other hand, how do you give that message of an outreach which clearly there are emotions which are running high and the outpouring we've seen in form of protests?
Surely. The first thing is that the administration has to sit with the leaders of the community and which is called peace committee meetings, and explain to them that we still remain what we are, a democracy, socialist country, etc. If this is not explained to them, they are getting the chance to speak. In fact, even indulging in mobocracy, but that this shouldn't happen anymore should also be told to them in very strict and specific terms. The extent and encompass of this violence surprises me. I didn't expect it to be happening in so many places in Uttar Pradesh and so many places outside Uttar Pradesh also.
But Mr. Banerjee, the fact that it is coordinated is very easy to see. The blueprint behind it, there was a message which went out on WhatsApp. This is coordinated. You can't deny that.
Yes, it is coordinated, and on this issue, the intelligence has been caught on a flat foot. Because if they knew that last Friday prayer resulted in the Kanpur clashes, things could again happen after the next Friday prayers. Were they prepared for that? I was listening to another channel on which it said that the violence there started in Prayagraj where the police was not present. It means that there were no duties put up there. They only subsequently, when the police came, were they in a position to control the mob. So this means that somebody sleeping over this, somebody slept over this in a couple of places, but the other places they have coordinated it and coordinated in a damn in a manner which surprises me absolutely. You have pamphlets, you have leaflets, everything, and they have gone about doing it.
You know, Mr. Kulkarni, I'm going to take off from what Mr. Mitti Borwala also said. You know, the fact is that we're at the precipice of something clearly very sinister, very easy for everyone to see. Now, yes, there should be an outreach. Mr. Mitti Borwala said very clearly that it needs to come from the highest authority. I want to ask you, Mr. Kulkarni, at what level should this outreach take place, and what is the scope and the level of this outreach? How do you reach out to a community which A, feels alienated, is easily instigated and is easily incensed by both the keepers of the faith and politicians?
No. First of all, I would like to say that your earlier remark that the Indian Muslims do not identify themselves with India, but they identify with the international Muslim community, this is not true at all. The Indian Muslims are as patriotic as non-Muslims.
No, but Mr. Kulkarni,
let's not keep on questioning the patriotism.
So it wasn't a flat-out comment. It was, are we looking at that? Because we've come to a precipice where what we wanted was the identity to be an Indian, but we're alienating them, where the identity of a Muslim is overtaking the identity of India.
That's not true. They are protesting because they have a reason to protest. And they have a reason to protest, but because the government has abdicated its responsibility. There is a chain of events that has happened. This is not some isolated incident. Mitti Borwala himself listed some of those things. Every single incident, beginning with mob lynching, beginning with calls for genocide, the bulldozer incident, all these things have incensed, angered the Indian Muslim community. Now your question, who should do the outreach and at what level? Most certainly it is the responsibility of the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, and they have kept quiet so far. It is not enough for the party to take some action against its former spokesperson. Since the issue is now snowballing, the Prime Minister cannot keep quiet. The entire country wants this issue to come to an end peacefully. And therefore, the Prime Minister, the Home Minister and other political leaders, they must reach out to the leaders of the Muslim community, and of course they must be very clearly told that violence has no place in a democracy. At the same time, their genuine anger and alienation must be understood and addressed.